former student pilot. Give me a second, I'll get us online, hopefully. There we go. Okay. Make sure I got kind of most everything working here. Yep, looking okay. Now, I'm a former student pilot. I have 108 hours in a Cessna 172, 108, yeah. I was really close to getting my license, but work got too stressful. I am now retired, so I don't have the disposable income I had when I was working. So, so I have a lot of experience in, well, shouldn't say a lot. I have quite a bit of experience in a Cessna 172. So we're here in the holodeck, and I am running an HB Reverb G2, and I am using valve index controllers with it. So we are, we're at the normal screen where you come into in VR, so I click on done here with my touch controller and get a couple of things out of the way here. Kind of park them where I want them. I'm going to move you a little bit closer. It'll look a little better in the bod. Alrighty, let's get myself lined up in the pilot seat here. Looks good. Okay, we got the parking brake on. Everything looks pretty good. I got to get a couple of plugins started up. So, plugins. What do we need? We need you. Fly with Lua. Whoops. Macro. There we go. Yep, sound. Put you down out of the way. Plugins. Yeah, let me do rep. Let me do weight and balance, see where I'm at. Let's see here. I'm thinking 15, max is 18. I'm gonna do, let's see if I can get away with 20. Okay, and if I click on apply, okay, it says I'm still good, so that's good. All right, so I'll close out of this. Back here, plugins, what do I need? X checklist. This is, I am the co-author of this plugin. This basically is a checklist to allow me to make sure I do everything correctly so I can get the plane to start. One more. Plugins. Habitab. Okay. So, Habitab is like having like a tablet in your in the cockpit, and so airports. What am I looking at here? EGBB. EGBB. Enter. Birmingham. Okay. So I'm gonna see. Where else am I going? EGCK. I'm not sure if that one's in there. EGCK. Are you in there? Oh, yeah. Yeah, if I remember right, that one's down by the coast. So, I'm going to put the last one in. Back up, back up. EGGP. GGP. Enter. Liverpool. So we're going to go from Birmingham to Liverpool. We'll do one more thing here. We'll get a map going. Okay, cool. So, airports, let me look. Birmingham. So, if I'm know kind of where I'm at, I'm parked over in here somewhere, so we may refer back to that, but EGGB. Whoops. Sometimes I close these because because this should toggle. We'll say I'm on the aerodrome, and then so that's here. EGBB. Okay. Just trying to figure out the toggle to toggle me back. Got that figured out? Alrighty. Like frames are kind of a little bit poor this morning. It could be because there's like quite a bit of scenery right here. So I think about time to do something here. So I'll pull you down a little bit and click on next.
2 brakes.
Okay.
Test and set. 3 fuel selector. Both. 4 fuel shut-off valve. On, in. 6 beacon. On. 7 avionics switch. Off. 8 master switch. On. 9 throttle. Open 1/4 inch. 10 mixture. Idle cut off. A auxiliary pump. On. B mixture. Rich until 3 to 5 GPH then cut off. C auxiliary pump. Off. 12 starter. Engage. 1 ignition switch. Start. 2 mixture, at engine start. Rich. 3 engine. RPM 1000 RPM. 4 oil pressure. Check. 5 mixture. Leaned max. 6 flaps. Retract. 7 avionics. On. 8 instruments.
Okay, we're about a little bit past 2.4. On the side going to 2.1, about there. Elevation is 327. Looks pretty close. One thing I noticed when I was doing my startup here is I put in 20 gallons of fuel, and I did click the apply, but it didn't work. So I'm gonna have to go cheat. So we'll go back over here, customize, because the reality expansion pack should have done it. But yeah, I'm not, I wanted to be like about, yeah. So my flight's gonna be 1 hour and 40 minutes, so I gotta give myself 45 minutes of fuel extra. I'll say that's good. think I'm okay. Plane will be just a little bit heavy, but it'll get lighter as we fly. Yeah, I'm not so sure why that did that, because yeah, I wanted to look over here and see it at least at half, so I'm not so sure why that happened, but it did, and that's life. Okay. So I'm using Pilot ATC, so we got to connect. So it's connected. I think I gotta change something too. Validate. And wow. Thank you so much. I have a feeling my volume of in my headset's too high. I gotta go check that. Just a minute, I'll be back. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why, but my HP Reverb headset defaults to 50%, and I like it better at 30. So I can kind of tell when I'm listening where the volume is. So that's that. What do we got? Instruments.
Set. 1 brakes.
I think I'm good. So I'm kind of done. I just use this checklist to kind of, the reality expansion pack is kind of finicky. If I don't do all this correctly, then the plane, it won't like me. So I use that to kind of get us started. So we'll see if Pilot ATC is working. Say active runway.
Arriving and departing runway 33.
Okay, 33. That's what I've got dialed in. And all I got to do is figure out where I am in relationship. So if I click on this, will highlight, so that basically tells this map where my plane is. And if I click on satellite image, and actually I think there was a better map, but I'll just zoom in a little bit here. So I can kind of, so the plane is like right here. And let me think, this is north. So trying to figure out, let me go to here. Give me a second. People out in my yard. I gotta figure out what's going on. Just a minute. Sorry. There are people doing pole inspection on my, I have a power pole on my property, and they were doing pole inspection. I heard them outside, so okay, let me figure out where I'm at here. Okay, so that shows me there. So I'm gonna be running runway 33. So I gotta do a little taxiing, I think. Try to figure out where I need to go. So plane's warmed up. Get myself back in position here. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good. So we release a parking brake. Give me a little bit of power. See what direction I'm heading. So I'm thinking I gotta go the other way. Yep. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf ready to taxi.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf taxi to runway 33 via taxiways Foxtrot, Alpha, Delta, Echo, hold short runway 15, and runway 33, and runway 33.
That's a lot of instruction. So it said Foxtrot Alpha. So I'm going to click that off. That's Foxtrot. And I sure don't see where Foxtrot gets Alpha. So let's look here. Alpha's over here. And let's see. Come on. I don't want to add a point. I just want you to move. Please, just move. Come on. So I'm going to see if I can get up over here. Whoops. This is kind of like a big, it's a big airport, so, and the taxiway signs aren't done what I would call really good. So I'm going to shoot across this runway. So Alpha is a little further in. So not this one. This should be Alpha. No? So I'm certainly headed in the right direction. If I turn 180 degrees, I'll be at 33. So I'm trying to figure out. Come on, turn. No, I didn't see this one over here. Got it. The new, I know where the runway is, and there should be a, I gotta find the parallel to it. Yeah, this is just so much fun. Here we go. It's an ILS hold. This is my hold short coming up. Okay. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, ready for departure.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf contact tower on 118.3.
Setcom 1, 118.3.
Com 1 set to 118.3.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, ready for departure.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf contact ground on 121.8 for taxi instructions.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, holding short. Runway 33, ready for departure.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf contact ground on 121.8 for taxi instructions.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, holding short, runway 33.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, this is Birmingham Tower on 118.3, please repeat your request.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request departure, runway 33.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, departure on runway 33 is approved. Contact ground on 121.8 for taxi instruction. Have a good morning.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, holding short, runway 33, request departure. Setcom 121.805.
Com 1 set to 121.805.
Ground Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, holding short, runway 33.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, this is ground, go ahead.
Ground Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, holding short, runway 33.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, this is ground, go ahead.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, ready for taxi.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, contact tower on 118.3.
Setcom 1 standby, 118.3.
Com 1 standby set to 118.3.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, ready for departure.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, contact ground on 121.8 for taxi instructions.
We're done. Sometimes it works quite well, other times it does not. Oh well. So if I know what I'm doing here when I spin around, I should have 3-3 on the top here. Cool. Alrighty. Well, that took a little longer than I had planned. Now she'll complain about me taking off without permission. Okay, we got to turn to a heading of 292. We'll wait till we get about 500 feet off the ground here. And then turn on course. Yeah, we're good. 292. So 292. So we got 28 miles to go. Where are we headed? Kind of headed west, so. Yep, I was surprised I didn't get yelled at there. So, where's our first attraction? Okay, I think it's called Iron Brick. So the routes I'm flying are, that I'm flying in X-Plane are routes that I flew with, I'm going to pull the power back a little bit. Are routes that I flew in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And so I imported the flight plans into Little Navnap and then exported them into X-Plane. And so I'm using Orbx True Earth for my scenery here. And so what I'm really trying to do is kind of, as much as I can do in X-Plane, try to load up the sim to the kind of, as close as you can, try to compare the performance of Microsoft Flight Simulator and X-Plane. The VR integration in X-Plane is by far better, by a lot. But X-Plane's had VR for 3 years. Microsoft Flight Simulator, I think it's had it for a little over 2 months. So that's a pretty big difference. X-Plane has full controller support. Whoops. So nav's on, landing on, taxi lights off. So they have full controller support. So it allows me to I use a yoke and pedals, and everything else I do, I don't use a mouse. The last time I used the mouse was to basically enable VR mode in X-Plane. All the rest of what I'll do for the duration of the stream will be done with VR with my Valve Index touch controllers. And it works. It works great for me. Whoops, a little off course here. Done a heading of 270, and it should be on a heading of 292. Oh, that looks better. So that's kind of what we're doing today. So I'm going to change that to satellite map and zoom back out a bit. Yeah, something like that'll work. So that's kind of what we're doing here. So right now we're flying over Birmingham. I had the plane reasonably trimmed. I ain't gonna fall out of the sky, so I'm gonna jump out of the airplane. Kind of fly a little bit of chase view. It's like a stadium in front of us. I do this for a couple of reasons. One is to kind of take a look at the scenery at a kind of a different viewpoint than in the cockpit. And yeah, it is. Some kind of sports arena. Got any names on it? I don't see any. I certainly don't know Birmingham well enough to know what that is. There's another thing over there to the left. I don't know what that is. Yeah, so frames are a little bit down right now. It's kind of funny that the people that are inspecting the pole in my yard are from Verizon, but I have my phone comes through cable, and I don't have Verizon. I used to, but I don't anymore. So that was it is kind of funny. Whoops. Get turned a little bit here. the map I'm using right now is Pilot ATC, and so it kind of gives me a loose reference of how well my piloting skills are doing. Right now they're not doing too well. But it's so hard to judge. What I need to get me a tool that will, because I'm out of the cockpit, I don't have access to my throttles, my trim wheel, my instruments. I need to get a tool that when I'm flying out here, I can basically adjust the trim, adjust the throttle, and kind of know what my heading is, that kind of stuff. So, but currently I don't have that, so I just have to make kind of a rough judgment. Okay, bounce back in the cockpit. We'll see how bad a job I'm doing. Okay, not too bad. I gained an elevation about 200 feet, so we'll pull the bar back just below that. Alrighty. When I jump in and out of the cockpit, it makes it, it's sometimes a little difficult to make sure I'm lined up, that my virtual cockpit is lined up with my physical yoke. So sometimes I have to readjust it a couple of times to get it exactly where it should be. So we're gonna head westerly direction, so I should be an even plus 500 feet above the ground. So I could be at, so 2,500 would be the first one that I would really be legal at, so. Yeah. So once we got away from Birmingham, my frames improved pretty dramatically. So now we're hardly any reds, ambers and greens. So that's a lot better. So. So this Iron Bridge is 11 miles away, or about 6.5 minutes. So I'm basically hand flying. I don't, I have a flight plan in the GPS, but I'm not using it. I'm using it as kind of a reference to kind of keep me on course, but that's it. That way it lets me know like how far away the next waypoint is, and whether I'm on course or not. So 7.5 miles. Looks like it's got to be on the other side of these hills coming up. So I think I better have to get lower here. And using Orbx True Earth, I never know like how well a particular landmark is modeled compared to how it's modeled in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I'm just trying to remember. It's been a bit since I flew this route. So they're kind of remembering landmarks in a country you don't live in is sometimes a little bit difficult. Sometimes a lot difficult. So I'll pull back on the yoke a little bit. I'm at 1,000 feet, and I'm trying to get level right here. So it'll do two things. One is that I just kept the power at the same, so I'm just trying to trim it to get it level. So far I haven't quite succeeded yet. Close. Just gonna give it a little bit of power. So it says it's 1 mile away. Well, that ain't a bridge, but that is kind of, that's a little cool. So it said the Iron Bridge should be pretty much here. And I can see where the water is, but I don't see an iron bridge. But I do see a couple of cooling towers. Nope, it's not here. But the cooling towers are kind of cool. Let me see if I can... They're kind of cool. But I didn't see the iron bridge. So, on to our next waypoint. Yeah, because some of the points of interest in Microsoft Flight Simulator, they you know, they may have made them kind of custom, you know, where Orbx, I mean, it's for the whole country, so certain landmarks may not have risen to the level of detail needed. So, okay, so we're going to an aqueduct now. But it's kind of what it's all about, is just seeing if I can find the points of interest. Some of them I find, and other ones I just don't find. So we're supposed to be on a heading of 315, and I am on that heading. So. And the aqueduct is 26 miles away. That's why I didn't spend a whole lot of time on the bridge, because this is quite a long flight, and I just don't want to waste a whole bunch of time. If it was, it should have been obvious that across that river, I should have been able to see a bridge, and I didn't see one. So. So I'm climbing back up to 2,500 feet, and then I'll level off there. I just left the power at 2,200, and so I'm climbing about 80 knots. So. Looking like Why is my GPS ain't matching what I'm doing? I'm like, oh, it's supposed to be at 315. I was at 330, so. Alrighty. I'll push down on the yoke a little bit. Just the trim wheel. Trying to get her to level off. When I did that, the RPMs went up a little bit. Pretty flat out through here. It's like a lot of some woods, but a lot of farmland. At least that's what it looks like from here. Kind of hard to judge. Yeah, so at the end of the journey here, we'll be in Liverpool. I have an airport in the middle. Actually, it's after this. EGCK. And I'm not quite sure if I want to do a touch and go there or not. I'm a little bit late getting started, so I'll probably will pass. I'll fly over it, but I'll probably pass on the touch and go. within this view, it's also easier to see stutters, and quite frankly, I don't see any. It is just a nice, smooth experience. Trying to think how many more I have. I think I probably have another five routes that I've done in Microsoft Flight Simulator that I will do in X-Plane. I'm kind of the last sim update for Microsoft Flight Simulator, Sim Update 3. For my VR experience, they broke it. So, I was kind of waiting for an opportunity where I would switch to X-Plane. That was it. I tried. I don't think I ever streamed it. The only time I streamed it was to kind of show the Sobo folks, when I filed a bug report, what I was seeing. And hopefully they know what went wrong and they can get it resolved. So. But until that point, I won't. Too many things that I use in VR, they broke. They worked before Sim Update 3. Well, Sim Update 3 broke it. And I'm just not going to stream that. I'm just not. So we'll see how it goes. So this is where I spent the majority of my time in VR is in X-Plane. And when I heard that Microsoft Flight Simulator was going to bring VR, I went, oh, great. And then I found out that, yeah, well, we're going to bring VR, but we're not going to support controllers, the VR controllers. I'm like, VR controllers come with a headset. Why would you not support them? But they didn't. They just give you a mouse. And I don't use the mouse in X-Plane at all. Again, there's a VR mouse in X-Plane I could use. Oh, but I don't need to. And so in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I'm forced to use a mouse in VR. And it's kind of like, that's not intuitive to me. So, but just my experiences. And I've been streaming VR for like a year, so I have some experience as to what works for me and doesn't. But it is what it is. Yeah, what do we got? Okay, we're still 10 miles away. Get around 5, I'll come back in the plane and there's no way I can actually change the elevation of the plane. I could pull the yoke up and down, but I mean to really change it, I'll have to pull the power back, and I just can't do that out here. I like the view though, it's pretty cool. Not sure how well it's showing up on screen, but I'll look at a VOD and see where it is. Just trying to figure out what that flashing was. That's wires. So up here, the power lines kind of like come and go. You can see them flickering on and off. Now, I don't know if that is level of detail or what. It could be either. Alrighty. drifting a little off course here. Jump back in the cockpit. Whoops. Definitely gained some altitude here. That was not the plan. So we'll pull back the power and ascend. Yeah, if I remember right, hard to remember everything. I think the Aqueduct was kind of at the beginning of a valley. But like I said, I don't know how well this might be modeled. So. But to see anything, I got to get lower. I'm about 5 miles out, and I'm at 3,500 feet. I should be probably at 1,500 right about now. But I was having too much fun enjoying scenery. I think the Aqueduct is over on the left. I'm going to see if I can pull this off without crashing. So I'm supposed to be taking a turn here. So, yep, I think this is the Aqueduct. 0.7 miles away, yep, looks that way to me. So as soon as I get across this, I'm going to try to get into this valley. Yep. That's fairly well modeled. Yeah. That is pretty cool. I gotta... give me some power so I can kind of climb out of here. Yeah, that went pretty good. You're climbing like this, it's hard to see the mountains. Track 282. 27. So that's 280. 282. That should be right here. So I'm certainly high enough to jump back in the cockpit, get this plane leveled out. Put back power about 2200. So you're kind of doing a balancing act. You, at least I want to keep around 2200 RPM. I don't want to run it full out. So whenever you make a pitch adjustment, then that kind of somewhat affects how fast the prop is spinning. In relationship, how fast the motor, the engine is spinning. So you have to kind of try to balance them out. But once it's balanced, I mean, like right now, it's well in trim. So I'm about 90 knots on indicated airspeed. Ground speed's 95. And it's trimmed. I mean, it's, you look at that vertical speed indicator, and it's like, it's not moving. So this is a trimmed airplane. Makes flying like so much easier. I mean, easier is put your autopilot on, but I just choose not to do that. It's part of flying is being in Mother Nature. So and the live weather looked I generally want to fly live weather, but if live weather means that I can't see the scenery, that's kind of missing the point of what I'm trying to do. I mean, I'm trying to look at the scenery and see how it looks. If it's completely overcast where you can hardly see the scenery, that's kind of missing the point. Even though I'm following the track, I'm a little bit off course, so I got to make a little bit of a correction here and try to steer back on the track, on the course. So the next waypoint is EGCK. So looks like we're about halfway through or so. So we got certainly above this next mountain or hill coming up. I don't know about the farther ones. They're kind of deceiving when you're farther away to it's hard to judge them. When you look out there, you know, you go, well, that one's higher, but as you get closer to it, you find out that that's just an optical illusion. So I tend to not do a lot of correction if I don't have to. So right now I'm in a westbound heading. Should be a little bit further. I'm 270. I should be at 282. And so I'll wait until I'm closer. And if you can see the other side of what's coming up, then you'll cross it. You won't hit it. If on the other side you can't see it, or you can't see over it, then you'll probably hit it. So I've learned that flying out in Arizona. These are hills. Those were mountains. I would be flying out there at, well, I don't know, 55, 65, 75, maybe 8,500 feet. I was like way up in the sky. One approach I remember, you actually have to fly down this valley, and then the airport's on your left, and it's quick. It just shows up. And so from where you're flying across the mountains to get into this valley, you got to probably drop 2,500 feet to get to the elevation of the airport. That's a heck of an approach. And when I did it in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I actually pulled it off pretty well, but I tried to recreate it in X-Plane, and I didn't do so well. So had to kind of regroup, and because you got mountains everywhere, you have to kind of pay attention to what you're doing and not fly into a mountain. So took me a little while. I had to kind of figure out a different approach to get lined up with the runway. In the end, it worked out. It was kind of fun. Just a challenge. It's all what flying an airplane is. It's just a challenge. Like three-dimensional chess. The advantage of a simulator is you won't die. But in real life, you could. Remember, I was doing solos, and the weather at the airport looked pretty good, but the practice area was, let me think, about 10 or 12 miles south of the airport. So the weather could change quite a bit from that distance. And so I flew down to the practice area, and so you're flying down there, and you look at the clouds, and you go, oh, that's bad. So you look in front of you, and I've seen this at a distance. So you look in front of you, and there's a wall of clouds. I'm at like 3,500 feet, and there's like a wall of clouds. So I look to my left, which is the direction I need to go to the practice area. There's a wall of clouds there too. So from in front of me and to the left of me, there's clouds that I'll have to get under 3,500 feet to fly. I'm like, and when I left, the weather at the airport was sky clear. So I get on the radio, contact approach, say maybe sky clear there. It's not sky clear here. Inbound to land. So I basically did a right-hand turn, because that was the only, that and where I came from was the only clear sky that I had. And but that's what my training taught me is don't chance it. The procedures that I was going to do demanded I needed more elevation, and I just didn't have it. So we spun around. I did that 2 days in a row. But when you're soloing, you're pilot in command, so you're the one making the calls. Make a wrong call, and you may not make it back to the airport. We ain't looking too bad right here. It's ones in the distance look a little taller. But you never know until you get closer. So 23 miles away from the EGCK. We'll give it just a little bit more throttle. I'm going to try to stay on a westerly heading for a little bit here and see if I can intercept the my course. plan on going to Flight Sim Expo 2021. It was supposed to be in June 6th, around the 6th. And so getting ready to make my hotel reservations and book a flight. And I was talking with my girlfriend, and she says, hey, you may want to like contact them and make sure what's going on. So I sent an email to Evan, and got an email back that said the majority of the developers were the June date was not a good date. They thought pushing it back was a better approach. So it sounds like they pushed it back to like September. So hopefully we can get this to happen this year. So more people get vaccinated. I just got my second dose, so second vaccination. So I'm good to go. But kind of looking forward to it. It was kind of disappointing that they had to cancel it last year, but just fully understand why you would have to do that. That was 2020 was a pretty crazy year. So that mountain, like right in front of me, really looks high. Not so sure that's actually true, but it looks that way. I still got 16 miles to go, so this airport is definitely past that. So, I'm not sure what I'm doing quite yet. I get past this, I have a little better idea of what's going on. Whether I can kind of go to the right there, it's not looking like that's going to be an opportunity, or I just got to give it some power and we're going over top of that thing. Right now, that seems like that is the approach. As that ridge over there is taller than where I am right now. Yep, I think that's what we're doing. Hopefully we got enough distance here to get it up over there. So I'm at 2,500. Looking like that guy there, it's probably 3,500. So we'll start climbing and see where it goes. I'll just stay on course, and I'll probably have to climb up over it, and then and as soon as I clear it, I'll probably have to pull the power back. But that's the way it goes. So it looks like I could have scooted out to the right, but I'll just do it like this, stay on course, just climb. As soon as I'm sure I'm going to clear it, I'll pull the power back. So, got a neat little lake up here. Actually, two of them. There's one there, there's one further off to the left. So, the airport is 13 miles away. Yeah, it was about 3,500. Probably about 4,000. I'll pull the power back and level up a little bit, and then descend after I get past it. But if I remembered right, this airport was kind of like on the coast. So, go back to 2200 again. Because I don't have to clear this by 1,000 feet. I can clear it by 500 or less. Just have to clear it. I'm actually gonna jump outside. God, it looks kind of cool here. Plane seems to be level. That's just rendered fairly well. That's not bad. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm thinking, if I remember right, the airport's right along the coastline here. And it is a paved, I'm quite sure it's a paved airport. From the looks of it, I mean, it looks like it's we're kind of like in the, I won't quite say the middle of nowhere, but it looks like we're a bit off the path here. You don't see a lot of roads, you do see roads. Okay, 7 miles out, and jump back in the cockpit, and we'll yank the power back. It says it's 5 miles out. Elevation 0. Actually, it has 2 runways here. I can flip this. Zoom a little bit. Quite interesting. Yep, you can see them. You can certainly see the runways. But like I said, I don't think I'm just gonna do an overfly and because this is a little bit of a longer stream than I normally do, so. But I did want to certainly try to find the points of interest. So. Yeah, no tower here. We'll see. Say active runway.
This is Caernarfon FSS on 122.25. Please repeat your request.
I get rid of the frequency. Yeah, I think I landed on this runway here. The one closest to parallel with the shoreline. Yeah, but legitimately don't see any numbers. Alrighty, on to our next attraction. Heading 46. Pretty close. Ooh, that ain't good. Come on. Come back. Every once in a while, like the head tracking just goes away. And no idea why. My frames and stuff are good, but it just goes away. It sits there and stutters. Just stutters. Just kind of shakes. And in a VR headset, that's pretty disconcerting because I was just did it again. Come on. I was trying to get outside the airplane. When I did that, I'm like, I don't know if that's a good idea, Bill. So there's supposed to be a castle here. So we'll see if I can find it. Ain't looking too good because it's supposed to be close. No, it's supposed to be like right here. I don't see it. No. No, I do not see it. get myself on course here. So far I'm failing miserably. Yeah, it says the castle should be like right here, and I do not see it. Alrighty. Looks like we're kind of getting back on course. Yeah, you said it should be like right over in here, and I just do not see it. But that's okay. It's part of life. Alrighty. Back in the airplane. So we're going to Goodison Park, and I should be on a track of 70. That's 30. So I'm on it shallower than that, so that'll help me intercept it a little quicker. That's a long ways away. That's 47 miles away. Yeah, that airport back there, I think I landed at it because I needed fuel. Hopefully I'll be okay. I'm trying not to climb any higher than I have to. You have to clear these mountains, so. So I'm in an easterly direction, so that would be odd plus 500. So I'm going to try to level up at 3,500. 1,500 I think is going to be a little too close to that terrain. Whenever you have to climb up here, you're using more fuel, so. keep looking at my fuel going, do I got enough? I've been known to land with my low fuel warning lights on, so it wouldn't be that unusual for me. If I remember correctly, on the other side of this water, it's water that goes in, I think that's where Goodsman Park is. keep hearing these noises outside. I can't believe they're still working on the pole. If they are, that may not be a good sign. They may have to change it. But I'm pretty certain whatever comes of it, they'll leave me a note or something, kind of like, hey, we got to do this. I'm like, okay. I didn't hear any knock on the door, so. Turned out to be a pretty nice day. Yeah, they're still out there. Yeah, because my headset is HP Reverb G2. I also have a valve index, so the audio of them are similar. What I really like about them is the sound is awesome. The sound is just cool. But what it also allows is I can hear things around me. So in other words, if my girlfriend says something to me, I can hear, even though the sound it's quite immersive in the headset. But I also can hear things outside. so I'm still hearing them like pound on this pole. So I'm not sure what they're doing. I'm not sure if they found it bad and they're changing it or what. But if they did, then I would have lost my power. And I probably wouldn't be streaming, so I'm not so sure what they're doing. Because what they're doing is they're checking for the pole. They're checking to see if the pole's okay. It's an old pole. I've been here for, wow, over 30 years. That's the same pole, so it's old. Not be this water, it may be the next water. Still 15 miles, so that's that line there, that ain't 15 miles. 15 miles is further out. 15 miles would be out past my visibility, so. Come on, come back, come back. Come back. Come back, thank you. It's like every once in a while when I go to get to the menu, kind of goes just a slight bit crazy on me. I've learned not to be impatient, just wait. If you're impatient, you may just do something stupid, and where if you're just a little more patient, it'll come back. But certainly what I'm doing is not, I'm doing a bunch of things that are not kind of normal VR stuff. The fact that I'm using valve index controllers with HP Reverb headset, I'm thinking I'm in a bit of a minority there. And the fact that I stream VR, that's also a small minority. Yeah, I just wanted to jump outside, kind of like look at what's going on. Probably an engine out about now. It may be a tad exciting, but you get a deal the cars that are dumped. But I had the plane pretty well trimmed out, so I wasn't too concerned. Running out of fuel's a concern, but before I let that happen, I'm doing in-flight refueling. But so far it's been going pretty good. Yeah, heck yeah. I'm between 40 and 48. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And then I'm like in barren land here, that's a fairly populated area here, right along the shore. So how close we getting? 8.9 miles, so I personally thought it was just on the other side of some water. It's where I thought I remembered, but I've flown a lot of places in this sim in the UK, and trying to remember them all is a bit of a challenge. Trying to get myself back on course here. I'm not far off, but I'm somewhat. Yeah. Pretty happy. You know, when I get down to about 5 miles, I'll jump back in and certainly get rid of some elevation. I can certainly run at 35 or 1500 now. See some ships over there on the right. Okay. Down we go. So we're about 5 miles out from Goodison Park. So in 5 miles I certainly can get rid of 2,000 feet. There it is. We have this one, we have this other one. They're both close. Trying not to crash. I think I'm losing altitude. Yes, I am. a bunch of neat stuff here. So I'm going to go up the river. Come down along the shoreline here. And see if I can pick a level play. Liverpool 7 miles away from here. So I'll roll around here. Should have enough room to get her turned. Do a 180 right here. Straightened up. See what we can see. So I'm kind of thinking the building here is the, I think it's called Royal Liver. Royal Liver building. There's a Ferris wheel here too, so. I guess we're on to the airport. Okay, airport's 80 elevation. Get some frequencies here. Definitely off course. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf inbound to land.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, this is Liverpool Tower on 126.35. Please repeat your request.
Right now my biggest goal is to get me back on course. Let's be on a heading of 131. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf inbound to land.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, this is Liverpool Tower on 126.35. Please repeat your request.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf inbound to land.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, good morning. Squawk 1200 altimeter 3030, enter pattern on a left downwind for runway 27. Call downwind.
Okay, I'm kind of lined up for a left downwind. All I gotta do is find the airport. Says it's 4 miles away. It's 80 feet, so I'm at 1,000 feet. I'm pretty good. Make sure my compass is lined up. Yeah, we're good. It's right there on my left. You can see the runway from here. So left downwind, I have to get out in the water a little bit here. Get everything lined up. So I've adjusted my heading bug so that it's lined up for 270. So when I turn here, that should be in the bottom. That puts me on a left downwind for runway 27. We'll pull the bar back to about 2,000. Only one runway here. $7,000 feet long. I just want to make sure that I'm far enough out here that I give myself enough time to do everything I need to do a nice approach. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind, runway 27. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind, runway 27.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, call turning final for runway 27.
So, between here and there, I've got to get rid of about 1,000 feet. So when I come up beam the numbers here, I think I'm a little snugger than I want to be. We'll put out a notch of flaps. Kind of cool bridge out there. So I'm looking to be about a 45-degree angle here when I turn my base. I think I'm good. So we go ahead and turn in here. Second notch of flaps. Like I'm sinking a little bit further than what I want to. So give it a little more power. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf turning final, runway 27.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf winds are 281 at 10 knots, cleared to land runway 27.
So I turned the final a little bit early. I was getting a little bit antsy. So I got 2 notches of flaps in. Runway elevation is 80 and I'm at 400. Last notch of flaps.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf exit runway when able.
I certainly will. Awesome. Looking for a taxiway line. I don't see one there. Yeah, there was one there. I didn't see one to turn in from where I was. So we'll see if I see one here. Slow down a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I didn't even get a low fuel indicator. Oh, that's awesome. Alrighty. I'm looking for the line that says I'm off the runway. Haven't found it yet. Should be right about here, I think. There it is. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, clear of the active.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, welcome to Liverpool, contact ground on 121.9 or 5, good day.
Setcom 1 standby 121.95.
Com 1 standby set to 121.9 or 5.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, ready for taxi.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, contact tower on 126.35.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, ready for taxi to General Aviation Parking.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf contact tower on 126.35.
I don't want a contact tower. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request taxi to General Aviation Parking.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf contact tower on 126.35.
Okay. You don't want to cooperate? That is also fine. I'll pick my own place to park. Liverpool doesn't look like it has general aviation parking. But I think we'll go in here. It's like a lot of commercial traffic stuff.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf contact tower on 126.35.
I don't want to. It's like all the cargo handling stuff's out here. I didn't see anything on the other side of the runway. That's okay. We'll make do. There's a fence here, so I better not go too far. Okay. We'll just park over
Cessna
here.
6 Bravo Golf contact tower on 126.35.
No, I'm done with you. Okay. Alrighty. Well, that all went like quite well. That was pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, about what I thought. Elevation's about right, so I had my altimeter set about right. All right. So I think we're good. I'll go ahead and I got my flaps up, and go ahead and turn off the avionics so he'll quit bothering me. So off. Pull out next year. So we made it to Liverpool.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf contact tower on 126.35.
Really? No, I'm not gonna do that. Hopefully you'll shut up now. Since I turned the power off. Okay, I got the parking brake set. I got all the lights turned off. Mixture back. It's like the plane is cold and dark. So, I think that's it for today. So, it's been fun. If anybody wants to like the content that you saw, please click on the follow button. And I try to stream Eastern Daylight Time. I try to stream around 11 o'clock. I don't necessarily stream every day, but
Cessna
I stream.
6 Bravo Golf contact tower on 126.35.
I can't believe you're still bothering me. I'm going to unconnect it. We'll see. Maybe I can. Yeah. I disconnected Pontcysyllte TC. That's kind of funny. Hopefully he doesn't contact me now. But yeah, I stream normally about 11 o'clock currently Eastern Daylight Time, and I stream in VR. So I've been streaming either in X-Plane or in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Right now I'm taking a hiatus from Microsoft Flight Simulator until they have some VR issues that I've filed bug reports for, until they get them resolved. They get them resolved, then I'll be back in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm basically replicating the flights I did in Microsoft Flight Simulator in X-Plane, and I'm in the UK. In the UK, I have Orbx True Earth for X-Plane, and so it improves the the scenery that I get to see. So I don't, not all the points of interest do I find, but I find quite a few of them. So it's been kind of fun. And can explain what's more fun is there ain't no balloons that say point of interest. You got to actually find them on the map. And I have a couple of maps I'm using to kind of help me. And but it's been fun to actually have to pilot to get to the places. So alrighty, I'm going to wrap the stream now. So everybody, you all have a great day. I've had a lot of fun today. So without further ado, I'm going to bring the stream to an end.